Hello, my wonderful spirit guides. Today I'm going to be reacting to Magdalena Bay and their new album, Imaginal Disk. And the reason I'm reacting to this today, well, there's two reasons. Number one, a few people have asked for it. And number two, I just thought it'd be a fun one to come back to as I have been off for a couple weeks now. I went to a festival and, going to a festival takes a bit of preparation before and a lot of recovery afterwards, especially if you've got fibromyalgia and a chronic sinus issue that I've got going on at the moment, which is so irritating. Hopefully it won't bother me during this video. I am on a new pain medication, 2 different nasal sprays, paracetamol and ibuprofen and hay fever pills just to try and sort it out. So I'm pilled up, man. Yeah, I'm really excited to react to this. I have heard it's a concept album. Really looking forward to that. I think I'm just going to go through the songs and I'm not going to look at the whole concept beforehand. I'm just going to go through the songs and see what I pick up. And maybe look into it afterwards or whatever. When I reacted to the Underscores album, I'm not sure if it's out on YouTube yet. It might be before this one, but I'm not sure. I found out it was a concept album like over halfway through, and it was so frustrating that I'd found out that late on, and then it was all I could think about. So I'm actually so glad that people have told me it's kind of a concept album beforehand. Oh, thank goodness, because that just gives me a little bit of relief that I don't have to have that same feeling of everything I've been saying about the songs is, yes, my interpretation, which is absolutely beautiful and wonderful, but it's also fun to know what the concept is or like think of it as a concept and so on like that. So I am glad I know. If you'd like to become a patron and see this video completely uncut, then please do go to the description and click the link. Sorry, I feel well out the game. But yeah, if you would like to become a patron and see this video completely uncut, then please go to the description and you will find a link to my Patreon there. It's really good. There's lots of uncut stuff, early access. There's sometimes exclusive stuff. I've got like a really good bond with lots of my patrons, especially the song request tiers, because I get to know you through your song requests each month, and it's so much fun. I honestly love doing the song request videos so much. It's like just, I don't know, it just feels really cozy, cute, and full of energy as well, and just exciting. I don't know, it's so raw, and I just love them. So if you want to become a song requester and a part of the Patreon family, then please join that tier. But if you just want to see the uncut stuff, you can join at the bottom tier as well. No pressure, you can do what you want. But if you can't become a patron because of financial reasons and so on like that, I completely understand. So just like, comment, subscribe, share the video, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. You'll find like lots of different little bits over there. On TikTok, I like making fun edits. On Instagram, I repost those fun edits and also post lots of pictures and updates and just random thoughts and, stuff like that. Anyway, let's get into it. The first song is called She Looked Like Me. Oh, talking about looks, this is the look I've got going on today. I did like this kind of pink look. I looked at the album cover and was like, oh, that looks very blue and I'm very pink, but that's fine, And the bob is bobbing today. I've even got it up a little bit too, just for extra cuteness. Alrighty, I'm gonna actually put on my glasses, I think, because sometimes I leave it too long and then I get a headache. Yeah, something about this room and this spot makes my sinuses feel worse as well. I don't know why. I genuinely don't fucking know why at all. But they do actually feel worse every time I fucking sit down to do this. I'm not kidding. It's so weird. Like, I actually thought the last few days had been feeling all right. They were even feeling all right before I started this. And as soon as I sit down to do this, I think it's this area. I'm looking around to think like what could be irritating it, but I don't fucking know, if I'm honest. Let's just hope the paracetamol and ibuprofen kick in and I'll be okay. I mean, like, how much more pills can I actually have at this point? Very mindful, very demure looking. Oh, aren't I cute? Cute little nerd. Right, anyway, let's do it. She Looked Like Me.
Hello.
Hi.
Down the line, over the waves, 2 kids and a military, across the heights, crossing the earth, 1 year, then a baby's scary.
Really interesting little Sounds. Ooh, it's getting bigger. Ooh.
Over the hearth, 5 more than a house of many Argentine. Not steady, get his ghost, singing his name. Lights goes and his pistol ready.
Oh.
Didn't know when she walked in.
Oh, that's cool. Rising to the occasion.
Lifted her, she stood still, right there in the light.
Ooh.
And she felt like a dream. She looked like me.
Where's it gonna go? Or is it gonna be like a ever rising sort of song?
Then she wrapped her hands around my neck.
Whoa, whoa.
Just ordinary lives. All
Wow.
I
Very atmospheric.
my time, changed my name. Bang bang, pull unsteady, cross my heart, cross the earth. Like water, start to carry. That's
Whoa.
my curse, that's my name.
It's almost like bells. Oof. It's like really like extreme etherealness, but like aggressive ethereal, you know? Wow, okay. Really cool intro song. Really feels like an intro song too. Just that kind of like epicness, that big explosiveness, but it's so pretty and ethereal. Like, it makes me think, what the hell is the rest of the album going to be like, you know? I think lyrically I really want to look into this too. Yeah, it's sparkling, there was bells, those hitting drums, but yeah, it's like shattering sounds and like glimmering and like it's very explosive yet ethereal, which I found very interesting. Actually really suited the album cover. What is going on there? Is her top of her head being peeled off or something to reveal the third eye? No, I have no idea. But it looks like, yeah, her head's being peeled off, which is kind of, well, disgusting, really. But yeah, let's have a look. So she says, hello. Down the line, over the waves, 2 kids, and these are not giving clean. They are giving must need a little, the hair on the lips. Ugh. Right, sorry. This is giving. Oh my God, I'm so brain rot at this point. Everything's giving. Mothers are mothering. I can't with it. It's not it. I can't with it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like all my lingo has become internet slang. But hey, that's fine by me. I don't mind, to be honest. I quite like it. Makes me feel kind of fabulous. Why? What the fuck? The glasses are not glassesing. I think they're little scratches or something. Oh, what the fuck ever. I can't be bothered. Yeah, actually, that is a bit better, to be honest. Right. Hello. Down the line, over the waves, 2 kids and a military turn their tongue, change their name. La Love. La Love. Or is it LA Love? I don't know. La Love. Born to... I'm not even focusing. Sorry, I'm actually not focused at all. It's because I can feel this sinus thing creeping up on me. And I hate that every fucking video I've done recently is me talking about my sinuses in some capacity. Whether it be that I need to lie down. Whether it be that they're annoying me. I swear to God, every fucking video has me talk about my sinuses. Because every video, they play up. I don't get it. I don't get it. They're literally making me feel like I can't think, can't see, can't breathe, can't, like, actually anything. Right, anyway. Anyway, let's try and do that again. Down the line, over the waves, 2 kids and a military turn their tongue, change their name. La Love or LA Love? I don't know. La Love. Born to marry. Cross their hearts, crossing the earth. 1 year, then a baby's carried. Grows up young, screams at graves. Bang, bang, and it's customary, ordinary. Oh, okay. Verse 2. Hang the war over the hearth. 5 more in a house of many. Argentine Faberge. Love, born unsteady. Kid hears ghosts singing his name. Likes guns and he's pissed already. That's his curse, that's my name. He sings up to the moon unchaining. What? Well, it just feels like two people that got married. There's a military family. They've had quite a few children, but now the children are growing up to be in the military. Kids hear ghosts singing his name. It's almost like ghosts of the people that have died in the war, singing his name, calling him to be in the war as well. Like guns, and likes guns and he's pistol ready, you know? That's his curse. That's my name. He sings up to the moon unchaining. Yeah, interesting. Like his name, his military name, like maybe like it's a military family, so it's in his blood that he has to be part of the military. This is just me guessing, okay? Verse 3. I didn't know her when she walked in, but I recognised her eyes. Her hair lifted as she stood still, right there in the light, and she felt like a dream. I didn't know what to think. She looked like me. Oh, that makes me think it's like this young son, coming from the point of view of this young son being like, you know, I didn't know this girl when she walked in, but I recognised her eyes. It's like there's something in her that he could understand. He recognises her because the same look is behind her eyes. Maybe she was also brought up in the military, a military family, and like also is meant to be going to war and so on, something like that, or wants to go to war, or I don't know. We stood mirrored till I leaned in, and then you know what she did? She shot at me like an earthbound bullet. And then she wrapped her hands around my neck and I felt love. Just ordinary love. Let me hold you in my arms. Oh, love, that old familiar drug. Ooh, old familiar drug, like he's been in love before, maybe. I don't know if this is a he that I'm speaking from the perspective of. I'm just thinking of the son. I don't know. Just go with what I'm doing. I'll look into it properly after. Bang, bang, and it's customary. America stole my fate. Ooh, the love and a baby carriage. Turned my tongue, changed my name. Oh, turned my tongue. Maybe like changed my language and changed my name because America stole my fate. Oh, so these people aren't American. Bang, bang, born unsteady, cross my heart, cross the earth. Yeah. The love and a stone to carry, that's my curse, that's my name. Bang, bang, it's customary, ordinary. Right, let's have a little look, shall we? She Looked Like Me introduces listeners to the concept of idealised self, which is explored throughout the album. Okay. At first, the protagonist interprets her ideal self through the context of her family history and her country's expectations of success. The protagonist is introduced to her doppelganger, who seems to embody all these qualities of success. She sees herself lacking. Oh. Throughout Imaginal Disk, the protagonist tries to unify with this ideal self through the True Blue therapeutic process. Well, didn't get any of that. I didn't think it was going to be like an actual doppelganger. You know what I mean? I thought like she recognised herself. Well, I thought it was a him going from a he perspective at one point. But anyway, we'll forget about that. But I thought, yeah, she was recognising herself in someone else, but not being an actual doppelganger. But maybe it is an actual doppelganger situation. I don't know. I really don't know. When I click on the intro, right, it says here, Magdalena Bay's The Beginning, the last song of their previous album, Mercurial World, transitions perfectly into this first few seconds of this song, which is really cool. This is interesting considering the beginning structurally loops into the end. That's true, suggesting that they are ending the time loop they created on Mercurial World with this album. Aha, yes, of course. That's cool. Okay, whatever. We'll see how it goes. I feel like what I was saying about the war and growing up in like a military family maybe could have something to do with it. Let's just keep going. I'm literally just going to be running off my interpretations. It could be completely wrong, but that's the fun of trying to work it out, right? And that's the fun of art. So yeah, let's go. Killing Time is next. Killing Time.
Spend my days patiently waiting for the night to creep, yeah, chasing clouds. I don't know why, but we call it killing time.
Ooh.
Always killing time. Always killing.
Ooh. Damn, the panning. It's like, that's interesting. Ooh, that watery little synth solo.
I don't care if I don't sleep, but someone better pan for me. Yeah, with that life, call it killing time.
tropical jazz sort of song. Romantic, a little. Oh, I love those cymbals. Shimmers, it rumbles. Wait, what? It's almost evil. At least a little, I don't know, intense. Yeah. Do you know what? I almost hoped that... Oh, I like how it glided into next. I almost hoped that after that more like sort of... I couldn't think of the word because it was like... Maybe impending. No, like a... Not like... I said evil, but it was more just like a very like direct... Maybe serious or like, a bit more... menacing maybe. I don't know, but anyway, I kind of hoped it would go back into the smoothness for like a last chorus or something, but actually the way it blended into the next song was beautiful enough anyway. But you know what I mean, that would have been cool to have like the da 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 and then and like clean it up again. But I don't know, I liked it the way it was anyway. Sometimes I just get ideas in my head. Yeah, let's look at the lyrics. Yeah, what I'm doing is like, I'm not really looking at the lyrics as I listen to the music, because what I've noticed is when I read the lyrics as I'm listening to music, which is fun because then I get to like randomly sing along, add some harmonies and whatever, but I was singing along anyway in my own little ad-lib way. But I don't focus on the musical aspect as much. And like I watched a couple old videos where I did focus on the musical aspects more, and I was like, oh, I kind of missed that. So yeah, verse 1. Spend my days patiently waiting for the night to creep. Yeah. Chasing clouds, counting sheep. I don't know why, but we call it killing time. Oh, always killing time, always killing. Oh. That's really interesting. Because yeah, chasing clouds, counting sheep, like, oh, I'm just killing time. And it's like, it's a bit weird that we call it killing time. What an aggressive way of putting it. And then at the end being like, always killing something. Even if you're doing nothing, you're killing. Oh, that's interesting. It kind of goes back to the first one to do with like the guns and the war and military and stuff like that too. Right, verse 2. I don't care if I don't sleep, but someone better pine for me. Without love, I'm without me. Oh. I don't care about not getting sleep, but I want to be loved. Without love, I'm without me. I am human when I am loved. Do you know what? I do relate to that. I do. And then, I don't think and I don't speak, but someone's got it out for me. Yeah, how much longer will it be? I don't know why, but we call it killing time. Okay. I don't think and I don't speak, but someone's got it out for me. Like, even though I don't do anything, I literally do nothing. I'm just killing time, just doing nothing. Someone's got it out for me. And that kind of makes me feel like, actually, yeah, I recently watched that series called Them, which is very important. That is too many words that went through my head. Very important and very like educational in a lot of ways when it comes to Black matters and Black lives, but also it's like a horror thing as well. Anyway, that is a very, very amazing horror show based around racism. And yeah, so it immediately just made me think of that. Like, I don't think and I don't speak, but someone's got it out for me. Like, just thinking of like how not just being black, but being a minority of any kind, being like, I don't even do anything and people hate me. Like, I literally am just living and people hate me. That goes for pretty much anything. Being a woman, being transgender, being black. Any minority, sometimes that is just how it is. But I just thought that was interesting. Then the outro, I'm looking in the mirror and swallowing the key. It only takes minutes to forget a week. It takes a minute to forget a week. Sorry. It only takes a minute to forget a week. Count up all the years that we spend asleep. If time is meant for living, why is it killing me? Ooh. Sounds like having bad insomnia as well. I'm opening the mirror and swallowing the key. That's interesting. What's a key? Now I'm taking mine. There's always time for killing, but never time for me. It only takes a minute. Ooh, interesting. Don't know what that's kind of saying, but it says here the narrator is looking within themselves and trying to figure out what the key to life is. Okay, swallowing the key. Like, what is looking in the mirror, swallowing the key? Like, looking in the mirror and being like, why are you here? What are you doing here? What's your purpose? And swallowing the key to life. I don't know. Something like that. It only takes a minute to forget a week is another metaphor for dreaming. Oh. Okay. Which may call back to the earlier line, I don't think and I don't speak. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Also says here, the protagonist is waiting for her ideal life to begin, the one she is destined for, as determined by the expectations of her family and country. It says here, track 2 of Magdalena Bay's sophomore studio album, Killing Time, sees Mica taking adage from the old idiom of counting sheep to pass time, unable to sleep as she feels as if she has spent all her years dreaming. Okay, yeah, nice. The protagonist is waiting for her ideal life to begin, the one she was destined for, as determined by the expectations of her family and country. That really comes together and I get that. Just like that feeling of like, spend your whole life in like this sort of like, dream and feeling very ordinary, which was said in She Looked Like Me. But knowing that there's more to do and there's more expected of her as well. And she's wondering when that's going to start. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, right. Anyway, next song is called True Blue Interlude. And it's going to go into Image. I think I'm going to let them run. So yeah, let's do True Blue Interlude running into Image. Oh.
Say hello, it's you, the purest you. The next stage, the next phase is here. Instinctive, impatient, impossible. It's you. Something is inserted or taken out or examined. Something lies dormant inside and it's been there all along, or you've swallowed it, or you've spit it out, in dream or awake. Say hello. It's you, the purest you. Implanted, impatient, impossible. In memory, mirror, and membrane. It's here, Imaginal Disk. Say hello. It's you.
Wow, very interesting. This is cool. Image. Yeah. Ooh, I love those whirring sounds.
I have forgotten all my common sense. I need all the common sense. But oh my God, 22 more minutes so high.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Loving it.
I'm the best you
Oh, that might be my favourite so far, you know. Oh, the way they all like run into each other in like such a, not like a overtly sort of like, whoa, that transition sort of way, but like subtly, just nice little transitions. It really does feel like the song ends and then kind of like does a slight transition to the next song. It's not like a fluid sort of like, you know, tempo change transition or like this real like, you know what I mean? They're just nice. They're simple but nice and keep the concept going as well. But anyway, let's go back to Image first. Just to talk about that one. I really enjoyed that one though. That one just like, oh, I felt really into it, you know? But anyway, yeah, True Blue. Say hello, it's you, the purest you. The next stage, the next phase is here. Instinctive, impatient, impossible. In memory, mirror, and membrane. It's here. Say hello, it's you. Something's inserted or taken or examined. Something lies dormant inside and it's been there all along. Or you've swallowed it and you've spit it out 10 years or 10 minutes ago, reflected in my eyes or floating behind yours. And your mother's mother of your child's child, a dream or awake. Say hello, it's you, the purest you. Implanted, impatient, impossible, in memory, mirror, and membrane. Divine digits and nightmare lifts. It's here, Imaginal Disk. Say hello, it's you. Interesting. I love all the alliteration and the instinctive, impatient, impossible, memory, mirror, membrane. I'm not going to be able to fully decipher it, apart from the fact that it's like this girl, like the protagonist is being introduced to her calling, which is meeting the new her doppelganger or something, and maybe her doppelganger is going to take over. Maybe I'm getting a little too creative with that one, but let's have a look here. Track 3 of Magdalena Bay's sophomore studio album, True Blue Interlude, introduces the idea of the True Blue therapeutic process, a procedure of unknown origins that is supposed to rewire the protagonist's entire self so that she might realise her true potential. The song is reminiscent of self-help inspirational tapes popularised in the late 20th century. Depicted in the album cover art and the music videos, this therapy is performed by inserting a disc directly into the forehead. So that's what's happening on the album cover. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening. It's like the disc is going in. Say hello, it's you, the purest you. The next stage, the next phase is here. Yeah, that's really cool and interesting. So like she's been living in this dreamland, you know, not knowing what to do, just kind of like thinking, when's my life potential gonna be unlocked? With, you know, I'm swallowing the key, but nothing's unlocking, but here it is. Swallowing the key could be inserting the disc, you know? And it's like, oh, okay, I'm ready to like start the new me. Something like that. But yeah, cool. And then let's go on to Image and see what is said then. Verse 1. What's the best you've got? I've got all my common sense. I need all the common sense. Time to start the clock from the top. I need confidence. Confidence in medicine. That's interesting. It's like saying, I've got no common sense, you know? I'm kind of like having no common sense could be considered feeling a bit stupid, you know what I mean? Like not smart, worldly smart, whatever. And it's like time to start the clock from the top. I wonder what that means. Like, let's start again sort of thing. Like, yes, start again. I want to be different. I need confidence in medicine. So that makes me feel like she doesn't usually have confidence in medicine, but she's turning her life around and she's like, no, I'm going to believe in medicine. And whether that medicine be the therapeutic discs being inserted or real, you know, pharmaceutical medicine, I don't know. But she says, but oh my God, 22 more minutes. Oh, so hot. Meet your brand new image. Oh, it's like she's waiting for the new her to like begin. Like 22 minutes and I'll be a new me. I'm the best you've got, true or not. I've got common sense. I've got all the common sense. Time to let me in. Let's begin. There's no heaviness, just over the precipice. Yeah, it's like the new version of her is saying, let me in. I'm ready to begin. You know, I've got a lot of common sense. It's all great. Everything's amazing. You know, I felt like I didn't have the accent, but I definitely felt like I had a Minnesotan vibe then. Oh, it's great. Oh, it's great. I can't do it. Oh, I feel great. Everything's amazing. That wasn't bad, actually. Anyway, if you're from Minnesota, just say it was good. And then 22 more minutes. Just a few more minutes. Oh, so hot. It'll be much clearer. But oh my God, make me in your image. Oh, so hot through a two-way mirror. Oh, God, meet your brand new image. It's like she's like, this doppelganger thing at the beginning's interesting then, because it's like she looking in a mirror and her doppelganger's there and her doppelganger is the perfect version of her. Something like that. Maybe. Let's have a look. It says here, in the context of Imaginal Disk, the protagonist has begun the true blue therapeutic process, which promises to rewire her brain so that she can finally be her ideal self. Image illustrates the ideal self that the protagonist will embody upon completion of the therapeutic process. This self is defined by society at large through the character of the Doctor. Oh, this self is defined by society at large through the character of the Doctor. Okay, so society being like, this is what I expect to be people to be like. Do you know what? This is a good album for me as someone who's just recently been diagnosed with ADHD this year. Because a lot of my problem, which always comes up in therapy, is that I'm always talking about the normal person. Like, I'm always going, oh, I just want to be like, normal. I just want to, or I'll say something like, I can't really do things like a normal person. Or I'm like, sometimes I like to pretend to be normal or not. It's always about normal. My therapist is like, what's normal? And I'm like, oh, like someone that can do things on time, someone that can clean every day, someone that can, all these things that are basically neurotypical people I call normal. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I should stop saying normal, but it is because of society, I don't feel normal. I feel like I'm terrible, actually. I can't do things that a lot of other people can, but also I'm part of many that can't do certain things. You know what I mean? But I always look at like the normies and be like, they can do everything right and I can't. But it's just something that I put in my head, you know what I mean? So yeah, this album's already interesting and relatable. And actually, an album like this will be relatable to loads of people, not just me, because, everyone has their version of normal and what that looks like, and it doesn't usually look like them. Yeah, anyway, next one's called Death and Romance. Oh, nice combo there. Death and romance. Like, not a nice combo, but an interesting one. I'm pretty sure I said in one of the songs, oh yeah, in the first song I was like, it's ethereal but explosive, like aggressive, but also romantic. I said that about the first song, right? So Death and Romance, brilliant name for what I've already felt within this album. Some like sort of darker tones and some lighter tones and romantic tones. Let's do it. I think I said romantic about killing time. Okay. Yeah. I love the clarity of those drums. A real drum kit as well. Ooh. Nice bass. Boom. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. This is really unique in a different, textures. Feelings. It's perplexing. Round. It's like an actual solar ring. Wow. It's kind of giving me a 90s vibe as well. My hands, your hands, I'll hold forever. Oh. It's like the ocean. Romance and death keep us together. My hands, your hands,
it's all that you have.
Wow. Yeah, that one had some real cool textures. So many different feelings. The overall feeling was the same. It had a feeling of like freedom and restraint. That's a cool transition. You know what? I'm gonna let this one go. I'll talk about them both after. I'm gonna stay on that feeling. Fear, sex.
So you stand in a broken void. You fall upon your sword. She said, forgive and forget. Think I'll be in dismay. I'm where I was before.
Harmony.
Cheers to what we had. She said, forgive and forget.
It's almost industrial. Some of those sounds, you know? That sounds like evil laughter. Wow, that's a good transition as well. Okay, before the transitions, you know, like I was saying, like they're nice. Now they're getting like, you know, like truly kind of creative, and yeah, I'm starting to feel them even more, if you know what I mean. Even though I liked them before, it's like, oh, but this is going to that territory that I was talking about, where it is a bit more like, I don't know, I don't actually know how to explain it. I guess it's just more creative. Yeah, creative maybe. But right, let's do this. Let's go to Fear, Sex first. And, oh no, was it Death and Romance? Sorry, Death and Romance first. Also, I'm glad I didn't forget this. You know when I said it was like a solar ring in Death and Romance? It was just a bit where it felt like a synth was going around the head. Like it literally felt like it was going, and it was like a, you know, if it was panned that way, but it, like the rest of the music with the drums are usually like a live drum set, especially, is very metallic looking. Like each drum has like a different shade of like silver, black, or white, right? And yeah, there was no different with these sort of live drums, right? And you could hear that, and then you could hear that little glistening, you know, synth that goes around the head, and it really, I could see like a grey sort of metallic mercurial sort of planet, right? And then I could see like this synth, but it's like a star, and it was like beaming around that grey planet, which was really cool. I really liked that imagery. Death and Romance really did have so much going on, like musically, with the, because it was mixed with sort of like a 90s rock feeling, like that kind of freedom of it, maybe like a bit like the Verve or something, or yeah, a bit like the Verve, maybe a bit of U2 even, you know, something like that. I don't even really listen to U2, but when I think of the song, hello, hello, I'm at a place called Vertigo, like it has that kind of freedom feeling, right? And then it has like the live drums with it, and like her melodies and her vocals were kind of like early 2000s, 90s R&B as well. And then obviously got all the sort of synth sounds that gives it that real like intergalactic feeling still. Right, let's look at the lyrics. Tuesday on a red star, are we too late? Are we too far? I wait hours for your car. Are we too late? Are we too far? Okay, not giving away much here. My hands, your hands, I'll hold forever. No way I'll break hold, no, not ever. Is that her talking to her doppelganger, and who is now, or the, you know, the ideal version of herself? Is she saying, I'm glued to you now, you and I are one? Something like that, like, you can't leave me now that I've got you, I don't want you to leave me, sort of thing. Yeah, I give and you give till it's all that we have. You know nothing is fair in death and romance. Monday through an echo feels like heaven, feels like heartache. You run streetlights like halos. As the rain falls, are we too far? Yeah, there's definitely, it's definitely got a sort of side to it that is about a sort of toxic romance. It's death and romance, heartache and heaven. It's like that kind of cinnamon, bittersweet, you know? And you give till it's all that you have. You give till it's all that you have. Yeah, I wonder who she's talking to. And I want to go to the about section for this one because I'm not really getting a lot. The first single of the upcoming album, Death and Romance, serves as a 5th track on the album in which the duo once again retrace their synth roots and ask the question of life, whether or not it's just for death and romance. Oh, okay. So literally the song is just about, like, is life all about love and romantic, you know, romance and also death? Is that all life's about, sort of thing? Is it even really part of the story? I'm not sure. This is what Magdalena Bay has said about it. Imagine rain pouring, street lights glowing, you sit at home and wait for your alien boyfriend to pick you up at his UFO, but this time he's not coming. Yeah, just imagine that, you know, quite a relatable feeling and so on. Okay, interesting. So it's just that feeling of feeling abandoned and not loved anymore. Yeah, I guess I don't know if that's really part of the concept or anything then, but it's cool. I absolutely freaking love the song. Okay, let's look at Fear Sex. So you stand in a broken war, you fall upon your sword. Cheers to what you had. You said forgive and forget, then got me into this mess. Through an open door, I'm where I was before. Cheers to what we had. You said forgive and forget, so get me out of this mess. Get me, I'm sending out a distress, so get me out of this mess. Please don't die alone overhead. I'll surrender to the voices in the end. Should have known those dirty bastards would put wires in your head. Are you there, all alone, lost in forever? Please don't die alone overhead. I'll surrender to the voices in the end. Should have known those dirty bastards would put wires in your head. Oh, it's almost like someone talking to the protagonist and being like, hello, are you there? Maybe the protagonist has got this disc in her head and she's so, like, in this zone of being told, you are the best person, you are confident, you are a normal person, sort of thing, and like her ideal self. But she might be in like this weird trance, like more of a dream than she ever thought she was in before. She's actually in like a trance and like a different person altogether, and people are going, hello, come out of it, like, please don't die like this. I should have known they were going to put wires in your head and make you think this way, that you had to be better, but something like that. Maybe like someone saying you shouldn't have gone to that doctor, or which is society. I don't know. Let's have a look. Mica fears that she has been left in the war of her doppelganger She has been left in the war of that her doppelganger left behind, with the alternative fearing too that the original will die alone. Okay, that's confusing. Yeah, so the original Mica fears that she's been left in the war of that her doppelganger left behind. But I didn't even know there was a war that the doppelganger left behind. I know there was stuff to do with war in the first song, but it was all confusing. I'm not gonna give myself a headache, you know? Let's just move on to Vampire in the Corner. I like the sound of it already, and we already heard a little bit of the intro, but I'm going back.
Vampire in the corner, am I scaring you off? I wanna dance, I wanna learn how to love. My God, I think I might have loved you too much. Baby on a burner, am I throwing things off? I didn't mean to make a fudge. I wanna make you mine. I'm your Valentine.
So much romance.
I wanna show you around. You're my Valentine. Sorry, like a flower that never gets any sun. I hang my head down, let the bees do their buzz. Beautiful, I wanna dance, I wanna learn how to love.
It's so quirky now.
My God, I think I might have loved you too much. I
love how it's becoming more and more sort of rhythmic. Ooh. Hey. Oh. Tickles the ears. So prominent. Come on, falsetto. Yeah. Ooh. Wait, what? Oh, that's the next song. That's a cool transition too. It like almost like fell into it. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Vampire in the Corner, really smooth vibe. Gave me a little bit of the Killing Time feeling with the romance and jazz, but also very much unique to that song. Like, it's not even comparable in a lot of ways, apart from the overall sensation, you know? But I loved how rhythmic it was, and then it blowing up to that like really cool sort of chorus of the fuzzy bass synth sounds that are very like, they're like creaking almost, but they're really prominent in the ears, especially with the panning. Really cool. Okay, let's have a look at that one. Vampire in the Corner, am I scaring you off? Oh, I want to dance, I want to learn how to love. Someone call the coroner because you're breaking my heart. My God, I think I might have loved you too much. Baby on the burner, am I throwing things off? Oh, I didn't mean to make a fuss. Vampire in the Corner, just got a bump in the dark. My God, it's only because I love you too much. Huh. Interesting. Chorus says, I want to make you mine. Told you 1,000 times. I'm your Valentine. I want to show you round. Don't want to let you down. You're my Valentine. Well, obviously what I'm getting from it in general is like she's obsessed with this vampire and loves them so much, but she's worried she's scaring them, which is interesting because vampires are meant to be the scary thing, you know, but she's obsessed with this vampire, and this vampire's a little, I guess, maybe creeped out by her, making her a bigger monster somehow. That's interesting. Sorry, like a flower that never gets any sun. I hang my head down, let the bees do their buzz. Baby, you're my rainy day that's starting to flood. My God, it's only because I love you too much. Oh, baby, you're my rainy day that's starting to flood. So it's like, you're my rainy day, and some people like a rainy day, some people don't like a rainy day, but when you're inside and the rain's outside the window, that's usually a comforting feeling. She could be saying like, you're my rainy day that's starting to flood, in a sense of being like, you're that cozy rainy day, but it's starting to flood. It's like the feeling is too strong, like that my love for you is getting too strong. Or it could be like, you're a rainy day, like you're my misery that's starting to flood. You're making me more miserable. And then, my God, it's only because I love you too much. Vampire in the Corner, am I scaring you off? Oh, I want to dance. I want to learn how to love. Oh, like teach me how to love properly, maybe. Not in this obsessive way. I want to learn how to love the right way. Someone called a coroner because you're breaking my heart. My God, I think I might have loved you too much. Yeah, because she clearly loves too much. She wants to learn how to love properly, and she's realising that she might have scared this vampire off with her love. It says here, Vampire in a Corner sees Mica being avoidant due to the fear of having her heart broke, obsessing but also marking it with fear. Yeah, like she is terrified to fall in love. That's the whole coroner bit, being like, oh, call the coroner because you're breaking my heart. But it doesn't feel like she's scared to love. It feels like she's not scared at all, but her heart is breaking because maybe this vampire doesn't love her back that much, you know? It really is just obsession. That's kind of what I got from it. But either way works. Interesting. I wonder why vampire? It says here, a continuation of the heartbreak from fear sex. The narrator's desire to improve as a lover and be taken back by their ex. The My God emphasizes a realization that they gave all that they had to this person, as explored in death and romance. Oh God. Okay, so I am missing a lot. I feel like the story's getting more and more complicated because obviously we've had the whole like disc in the head situation, trying to be a better version of themselves, and then it's moving on to a lot of relationship stuff, which is, I don't know. I'm so confused, guys. I'm so confused. I need some more. I need this I need like it spelled out for me at this point. We're getting confused, but it's okay. I don't mind. The music's good enough. But yeah, let's do it. The next song is Watching TV.
Too much watching TV. It's gonna rot you from the surround you. It's time to leave. Oh, it's time to leave.
Come on.
What's left to bother me? It's not me. Nothing left to follow me. Hello, how are you? Just wanted to say, so call me back someday. The monsters around
Woohoo! The skipping is crazy. Ow! That is so fucking cool.
It's time to meet.
Horror. There's quite a lot of horror elements in that song, actually. Ooh. Okay, this one sounds even more horror. Right, anyway, I've got to pause and quickly go answer the door. You might like this album. Magdalena Bay. And it's just it's a concept album.
What's that mean?
You know, like underscores.
Ooh,
Oh, I forget.
lovely.
Good old J2O.
Oh,
I get scared. Oh, that's fine. I get scared for a reason.
your little dainty foot, like, oh, it's just so dainty.
The way I did it, like,
Oh.
come here, little tap, cat, tap. What?
Alright.
Don't worry.
Do we put
Words are... Yes, please.
Words aren't wording.
They are not. Don't forget to shut the door, Monty. You can shut the living room door too, so then I'm not too loud. Love ya.
Kiss me, little
Love you.
head lump.
My little blob. Head blob.
I called it a head lump.
My little blump. Right. Yeah, sorry. My daughter had been out for the day with some friends, so I had to answer the door. Actually, it's quite funny because it was about a minute left of the song, and I saw her say, "Can you open the door?" And I was like, "Just give me 1 sec." Just leaving her out there for a minute. But, you know, I couldn't interrupt the song. She did know that I was doing this video too. Yeah, that was really cool watching TV. Really, yeah, I love the way that ended. Oh, yeah, because it just went into like... since like having to do that, I've forgotten. So let me hear that ending again.
Just wanted to say, I
Yeah, it has like a romantic feeling with horror. Yeah, this is so nice. But yeah, what I was loving about the whole song was the drums, was the bass. Drums like... I'm not saying it's doing that verbatim, but it has that laid back feeling with the bass kind of just like cruising along with it, with like, it's like technical, but like not in a way where you're like, oh my God, that's so technical. It's just got like that real smooth, again, it's got a jazz element to it. And then the rest having all that synthiness going on, just crazy. Love it. Those intergalactic sounds, romance with the strings, and then the skipping. I could have forgotten the skipping. It's weird how much you can forget in like a few seconds of being distracted. They were going on a bit earlier before I mentioned the skipping sounds. But yeah, but it felt even more impactful when it was happening during sort of like the big epic moment, you know? Because it was cool when it happened in the first place, almost introducing us to the skipping sound. But then it being implemented in the final bit was, yeah, just explosive and awesome and interesting and unique and fun. It almost felt like glitching, you know? Right, let's see. Too much watching TV is going to rot you from the Inside out. You know, and it goes to like reverb and like all the reverb and like sort of like more ethereal as she says it. I want to hear that again too. Oh, I think it's one of those songs that you just want to like, where you're like, oh, I need to hear that again, I need to hear that again. Right.
It's gonna run you from the
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Really cool song. I actually really love that one. I'm just going to rock you from the inside out. If you want to reach me, just leave a message and we'll work it out. Hello, how are you? Just wanted to say I miss you, so call me back someday. Hello, where are you? I'm calling to say I miss you, so call me back. Okay, so I wonder if that's her talking to her ex-lover. Now that I know that there's definitely like a lover involved in this story, is she talking to them, being like, hey, I like still not necessarily obsessed anymore, but like it's like they've had some time apart and she's being like, you know, I'm calling to say I miss you, so call me back. It's like she's still thinking of them. There's still that love there and maybe a slight bit of obsession. And then if you want to be clean, you got to scrub until the blood comes out. Get the spots in between, snip your skin right off and hang it out. Oh, that's interesting. That kind of reminds me of the show I was watching, Them, as well. There was a scene in it where a woman's like, you know, I had to clean them. I had to clean the children and clean my husband. And it literally was, it wasn't cleaning, is all I'm going to say. Yeah, that's really interesting. You've got to scrub till the blood comes out. I don't know why she's saying that, but it's almost like she's saying, if you want to, you know, be really clean and start afresh, you've got to take your whole skin off, take your bodysuit off and just like, I don't know, hang it out to dry and put it on again as if it's brand new, a bit like what she's done, becoming a brand new her sort of thing. I don't know. It's so confusing. It says here, look out behind you, the shadows are near. They know what's been wrong with you all these years. Stupid motorbike. That's interesting. Look out behind you, the shadows are near. They know what's been wrong with you all these years. Creepy. And that's where the horror, like, that's why I was probably hearing some horror in this song. It's time to meet the monsters around you. It's time to meet the monsters inside you. Okay. All that's left to bother me are dreams forgotten in the deep. It's not me. Nothing left to follow me. Nothing hanging underneath. It's not me. Oh my God. What? Okay, I need to go to the about section. Watching TV takes adage from the 2000-based fear that television rots your brain and ultimately releases your darkest emotions through the so-called monsters. Okay. So like watching TV rots your brain, but also like it manipulates you to feel emotions that you might not feel in real life through the so-called monsters, maybe in like horror movies. Makes you gives you fear, makes you feel fearful. The TV rots your brain and makes you feel fearful. Maybe it's just, you know, as society's way of keeping you frozen, keeping you under their control, maybe. And she's saying, right, it's time to meet the monsters around you, you know, in the real world. Look away from the TV and see what's actually going on around you. The real monsters, not like these fake monsters in horror movies. But there's real monsters in this world and there's monsters inside you too. Think about that rather than these fake monsters. Don't let them scare you. There's more to be scared of out here in the real world. Something like that, maybe? You know, but when she said all that's left to bother me are the dreams forgotten in the deep, it's not me. Nothing left to follow me. Nothing hanging underneath, it's not me. That feels like she's denying her true self or like herself before this idealized self. And she's saying, look, I'm not afraid of anything anymore. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know, but it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, next one is called Tunnel Vision. Let's go. Yeah, this one's got more of a horror aspect so far. Oh, mixed with like a lullaby. They like doing that. Mixing different feelings.
Lights on. I turn my headlights on and suddenly I can see. I learned to frame and draw. I learned to follow one. I turn them on, I'm aware.
I love that piano. So much random like tension moments into like beautiful releases like this. It almost feels like holy. Tension. A lot of tension here. Okay. The darkness has come again. Very alien. So horror. Oh. Again, it's another one that would be cool if it did like go back into that softer bit in the first half of the song, but it doesn't do that. It's interesting that there's two songs that there's been two songs that I've felt that way about, but it doesn't do that, and it actually just establishes the vision even more for me that like that's not what they want to do at all. They have a vision, they have an intention for it. Interesting. I like the name because tunnel vision is literally being like focused on something and only that thing, and that being the only thing that you are thinking about, literally. Sorry, I'm trying to explain the obvious, and for some reason that's hard. You know what tunnel vision means. Anyway, let's look at the lyrics. I turn my headlights on, and suddenly I can see. Yeah, of course, that's kind of what happens when you put your lights on. What is this damn motorbike doing? Revving up and down the fucking hill like a lunatic. Like an absolute twat. Verse 1, I learn of right and wrong. I learn to follow one, and suddenly I can't breathe. So I learn of right and wrong. I learn to follow one. Tunnel vision, following one of them. I don't know. We don't know whether it's right or wrong, but she's saying, and suddenly I can't breathe. Like maybe she followed wrong, so now she's getting anxiety about it. I turn my headlights on, I turn them on, I'm aware of all my parts, and suddenly I see everything wrong. It's like she's waking up from whatever state she has been in. Then I get tunnel vision closing in over me. I forget with love as my witness, I can stand on my feet. She's saying, you know, I forget. I forget that I am able to do this alone. I am able to be independent and learn the way alone, not have all like outside stuff telling me what I need to think and feel. Can I get out? At first, because I wasn't reading the lyrics, it sounded like she said kitty cat. It's like kitty get out. But I soon realised she said, can I get out? Yeah, she's almost like in this place of being like, oh my God, can I get out of this? It's like being frozen almost, of being like, I need to get out of this, like whatever I've turned into. Something like that. I burn my candle out, so nobody else can see. I've learned what made me start, what turned me on. Now I'm scared of all my parts, because suddenly I see everything wrong. It says here, when I clicked out, I don't know why, I just clicked on the outro, instrumental outro, because I thought there was no lyrics that were written there, and I thought I could hear lyrics in that sort of darker bit. Maybe I was wrong, but I clicked it just to check, and it says here, in the album's track list, the outro is around the 22-minute mark after the first chorus of Image, where Mica sings 22 more minutes. Oh, isn't she smart? And also so glad that I clicked that, because hello, that is a cool thing to know. When I click, I turn my headlights on and suddenly I could see, it says, at the end of watching TV, the narrator realizes they need to go on a journey of self-discovery and healing. So at the beginning of this song, they are starting the car to begin going down that road. Yes, of course. When I click, I learn of right and wrong, I learn to follow one, and suddenly I can't breathe. It says, the narrator is looking inside of themselves and realizing their mistakes. They learn from their mistakes to begin doing the right thing, realizing that life is much easier without those flaws. Oh, okay, yeah. So like she did choose to do the right thing and suddenly she could see everything wrong, all the wrong that has been done. Okay, cool. Then I get tunnel vision closing in over me. It says, once the narrator realizes that they are the true source of their problems, they become trapped in rumination, seeing everything through the lens of their own shortcomings. Yes, very, very, very true. I see that so much. Maybe the therapy is working because this is the therapy. This is it. She's becoming aware is the first step of therapy, really. And like, so after 22 minutes, she's not becoming her ideal self. She's becoming aware of what is wrong. And that will help her get to her ideal self. Something like that, maybe. Maybe I just sound like I'm talking gibberish. All right, let's move on to the next one. Love is everywhere. I mean, that's pretty cute. Let's see if it's a cute song. Okay, we got a little bit of a disco feel. Yeah. There's such a little funny synth going on. Yeah, that. It's got so much character, you know, making sure that you know that we're getting the intergalactic experience through the whole album. Cool! With the deeper harmony. The strings. Hey, vocal. So many instruments. Got a little piano in there. Wow, and it's sounding really atmospheric. Love is everywhere and it literally feels everywhere. Oh, it's like another interlude. Feeling disc inserted? Feeling disc-inserted? Okay.
Looking sad through the sky, all around us. Angel on a satellite.
The surges are so crazy throughout this whole album, actually. I said something earlier that I don't remember anymore. Okay. I said something earlier that I don't remember anymore, but I was saying it was basically along the sense of like, yes, I said there's lots of textures, but there's lots of like, there's lots of heights and lots of lows, you know, there's like, it like bumps around a lot. Like it really does, it doesn't just do this and this, you know, mono stereo sort of widthiness and panning. It does a lot of that, right? And I really like that. It lifts you, it pulls you down, it pushes you forward, pulls you back. It really takes you on a full auditory experience. Synesthesia wise, like honestly, I've mentioned a few things, of course, but it really is such an array of, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's an array of colors and shapes and so on. And it really does have this otherly world to it, you know? It doesn't feel like Earth. It definitely feels like, but sometimes it feels like you're on Earth, and sometimes she feels like she's being picked up into like a little space station, or like a, you know, maybe like a spacey sort, or like a place in the sky at least that isn't quite in space. It's just like before it. It's like if there is such a thing, it's almost like the atmosphere, and then like a kind of area of like peace, and before you hit like the darkness of space. It's kind of what it feels like to me, weirdly, where she goes and does like some of the song, and then some of it's, you know, below, some of it's in the atmosphere, some of it's completely in space, but there'll be moments in the where there's peace, and I find that interesting as well. I find that really interesting, actually. I don't know where I'm going with that, it's just what I'm feeling. Right, let's have a look at Love is Everywhere. Love is everywhere. If you want it there, everywhere. Look inside through holes in the sky. How weird, I was just talking about like little place in the sky, and it's like, look inside through holes in the sky. The fallen days bring tears to my eyes. Heaven's always watching. Dream so big of a hive-like mind. Okay. Sunny side up and ready to fry. Love that. Heaven's always out for love. Love is everywhere. Okay. Always doing what I should. I'd turn back, do it right if I could. Yeah, always doing what I should. Start thinking about the bad and the good. Bit by bit, you shovel it, building an image to judge you for what you did. Wrap it, pack it, throw it in with all the shit. There's always room for love. Look inside through the sky, all around us, through the sky. It is actually really crazy that she's talking so much about the sky, and I didn't even really pick up on the lyrics, and I was seeing so much sky symbolism throughout that. That is interesting. It says here, love is everywhere quite literally takes from the title. Love is in fact everywhere, breaking away from the avoidance of the vampire on track 7. Oh, it confuses me when I read these bits. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And sometimes I'm like, what? What do you mean? How's this got anything to do with the vampire? For me, when I read it, it feels like she's saying, you know, look inside, like, see how love is everywhere, see how beautiful it is. But then she says something like, heaven's always watching, dream so big of a hive-like mind. Like, that doesn't sound that positive to me. Like, heaven's always watching. It's like, it feels a little creepy. It's almost like saying you must do good because heaven's watching. It's like Father Christmas watching or something. It's like, he knows when you've been sleeping, he knows when you're awake, he knows when if you've been bad or not, so be good for goodness sake. Kind of feels like that. And then a dream so big of a hive-like mind, because like hive-like mind is like everyone thinking the same, and it's like, this is the ideal, we all think the same, which is a little scary. Sunny side up and ready to fry. Like, everyone is sunny side up, everything's happy, you know. It actually seems a little off. It seems a little creepy. And then verse 2, always doing what I should. I'd turn back, do it right if I could. Yeah, always doing what I should. Start thinking about the bad and the good. Bit by bit, you shovel it, building an image to judge yourself for what you did. Yeah, it's almost like saying, I'm good now, but like, I wasn't always good, and I will shame and judge myself for what I used to be. How horrible did I used to be? I'm so glad I'm this wonderful being now. And it's like the shame keeps her being this wonderful do-gooder, you know? But actually, you shouldn't shame yourself for feeling dark or feeling sad. That's how I see it anyway. And then there's always room for love. And it's like, yes, that is a good thing. There's room for love. And love is a very important thing. And love really is something that can combat pain. Someone like that. But there's something to it that feels off to me, and I can't help it. It just does. When I click on the look inside for the holes of the sky up to heaven always watching, it says the narrator is reflecting on bad days and how they will be judged for choices made on those days. Ooh. Heaven's always watching is basically a way of saying they are overthinking. Yeah, okay. Dream so big of a hive-like mind. The narrator doesn't want to be an individual making their own choices. They desire direction and to be part of a unit where the entire thing makes a choice together. Yeah, okay, I can understand the desire for that. Always doing what I should, I'm clicking that. The narrator goes with their gut instead of logic. They think what they think is the right answer, but it gets them into trouble and leaves them with regret. And then it says, bit by bit you shovel it. The tense changes to second tense here. The voices are telling the narrator that they are overthinking, worrying about being judged, and they should just let go, because second chances to exist, and they will be able to find love eventually. After all, it's everywhere. Okay, so that's really positive. bit by bit you shovel it, building an image to judge you for what you did. Yeah, maybe it's saying like, stop building this image, wrap it up and throw it away. You know, maybe that it is like another voice saying, stop building that image. Okay, so it does feel kind of positive overall then. Okay, yeah, interesting. I mean, I still feel like, you know, this is my first ever listen. I'm not really looking at anything detailed. I'm just picking things up as I go. But I'm kind of getting it. I'm kind of getting it. Okay, feeling DiscInserted is really interesting to me. Let's see what that says. Look inside through the sky, all around us, angel on a satellite, glad you found us. Okay, so it's like the disc is now inserted. Is it in, you feeling that disc being inserted? Are you feeling your problems alleviate? Are you feeling yourself change? It says here, the term disc inserted is also a double entendre, meaning both disc inserted and disconcerted. I was thinking, I couldn't think of the word, but I was thinking that I feel like that sounds like another word, but I couldn't think of the word. But I was thinking of the word being like feeling disc inserted, but also feeling different yet, you know, feeling better. Are you feeling better yet? I didn't say in the video, but the word disconcerted means unsettled or confused. And throughout this album, I have definitely felt confused when it comes to the concept and the storytelling. But I have also felt unsettled during some of the songs, especially the last song where I said, yeah, it feels overall positive, but there's something a little off about it, unsettled. And I don't know, like the thought I was having throughout this reaction was like this disconcerted into the brain telling you who to be and how to be the best version of yourself unsettles me anyway, because it just doesn't feel natural. It feels a little creepy and manipulative and brainwashing like. So yeah, disconcerted and disc-inserted, having that sort of double entendre is very interesting to me. But it says here, Mica acknowledges the power of the internet, going so far as to call it an angel. Okay. I don't know what the internet's got to do with it. Oh, I suppose like, yeah, the disc from the internet, like therapies from the internet. Oh, whatever. Let's move on. Next song is called That's My Flaw. The drums again are so good. That's my flaw. I'm coming out to the party and I want more. Yeah. Life's so short. So gritty. Okay, funky. Very like prog. Do you know what's waiting down the hall? Is your body pinned against a wall? People used to think about the meaning of it all. Wow. So never really noticed I'm the transcendental type. That's my flaw. I'm coming out to the party and I want more. Floating above the lobby, that's my door. Where are we? Come on, hit me. That's my floor. Yeah. Floating above the lobby, that's my door. I let it open me. the sharpness of that sort of strat. You know, I feel like it's a strat. Ooh. Oh. Another cool transition. Right, I am going to stop it though, because that's my flaw. Oh, that's my song, man. That was cool. It had a lot of like St. Vincent feels. It's very proggy. Actually, I wanted to mention like so much of the album has a lot of prog, because prog, you know, always has had like that very sort of futuristic space feeling when you think of like old school prog and like the first sort of prog bands. And also just the mixtures of different feelings, like I've said, and like the change ups, and not like the, you know, it's just like really, yeah. Let's see how is prog music defined. Define prog music. La na 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 na. Yeah. So it says here, progressive music is music that attempts to expand existing stylistic boundaries associated with specific genres of music. Yes, okay. The word comes from the basic concept of progress, which refers to advancement through accumulation, and is often deployed in the context of distinct genres, with progressive rock being the most notable example, of course. But this has a lot of rock attributes, that song especially, but obviously it's not like the whole album is rock. There's rock elements, for sure. But it really is its own thing. I guess that is progressive though, right? Pushing rock to a different sort of, pushing past the rock boundaries. With progressive rock being the most notable example, music that is deemed progressive usually synthesizes influences from various cultural domains such as European art music, Celtic folk, West Indian or African. Yeah, it is rooted in the idea of a cultural alternative and may also be associated with auteur stars and concept albums. This is a concept album. Considered traditional structures of the music industry. Yeah, okay, this makes a lot of sense to me. And jazz. Oh yeah, of course I've mentioned jazz a few times throughout this album. Jazz is the freaking root of prog. You know, jazz became before prog rock and whatever. Progressive jazz is a form of big band that is more complex or experimental. Progressive rock is almost synonymous with art rock. The latter is more likely to have experimental avant-garde influences, although an undirectional English progressive style emerged in the late 1960s. By 1967, progressive rock had come to constitute a diversity of loosely associated style codes. With the arrival of a progressive label, the music was dubbed progressive pop before it was called progressive rock. Progressive referred to the wide range of attempts to break with the standard pop music formula. A number of additional factors contributed to the label. Lyrics were more poetic. They're very poetic. Technology was harnessed for new sounds. Music approached for the condition of art. Some harmonic language was imported from jazz and 19th century classical music. The album format overtook singles, and the studio, rather than the stage, became the focus of musical activity, which often involves creating music for listening, not dancing. Whereas this has a mixture. This is more modernized, isn't it? So yeah, they're really doing their own thing, but there is a lot of prog elements. Oh my God, it's so cool. And I always found that a lot of old prog bands, like I was saying before, did have very like, you know, like it's almost like space-like feelings, like futuristic space feelings within the songs themselves. And obviously those songs would be extremely long with many changes as well within the song, like lots of change ups, crazy time signatures and so on. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to look into that a little bit because I was like, yeah, it's giving prog for real. And it was definitely giving a lot of St. Vincent and that Stratocaster sort of giving the White Stripes a little bit too. Oh my God, this is a great song. That's my floor. Oh, I loved it. Let's have a look. Tell me when I whisper it in your ear, does it make you want to disappear? Nasty little something said to turn you inside out. Took the elevator in a fire. Pressing the alarm just took me higher. Never really noticed you're a sentimental guy. Oh, I'm clicking that. The narrator is making someone uncomfortable, making their relationship with them worse through what they're saying, taking it too far. Yeah, like being like, you know, we're arguing, is what I'm saying making you feel sick? Am I ruining this relationship even more? For sure. But took the elevator in a fire, which seems like maybe not the best idea. And then pressing the alarm just took me higher. Like it just, yeah, maybe it's like saying it's a metaphor for I'm taking the bad route. I'm taking the wrong route here and I'm winding you up more and more. I'm pressing the alarm, but it's just taking me higher. Like I'm digging myself a grave And then it says, never really noticed you're a sentimental guy. Like, never realised you were so sensitive. Something like that. But it also says here, the singer expresses that in a desperate situation, their attempt to flee only causes themselves to be flung into even more distress. This is done through the metaphor of a fire. A common survival tip taught to many is that during a fire, the one thing that you should never do is go up the building to higher floors. This is due to the fact that heat rises, of course. Yes. That's my floor. I love that. It's coming up to the party and I want more. So open up for me. Life's a chore, but floating above the lobby, that's my door. I let it open me. Oh, it's like, yeah, but let's go float above the heat rising. It's almost like saying, let's let it go, right? Let's just open up for me. Life's a chore, but floating above the lobby, that's my door. Again, it feels like that space, that little bit in the sky I was talking about. It's almost like comfort space. It's almost like enlightened area. Then it says, do you know what's waiting down the hall? Is your body pinned against a wall? People used to think about the meaning of it all. So maybe if I open up my mind, I could really learn to look alive. Never really noticed I'm the transcendental type. The word transcendental means relating to the metaphysical and spiritual realm. Just as the previous lyric states, thinking about the meaning of life is a common transcendental thought. Yes, I like this though. So maybe if I open my mind, I could really learn to look alive. It's almost like saying, you know, I'm very narrow-minded, but if I learn to open it, maybe I can learn to look alive, because maybe she doesn't look alive. Maybe it's a metaphor for depression or something. Hard to know, but absolutely love it. It feels like trying to escape this painful sort of situation by going up to like rising above, enjoying herself and not giving a fuck. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like in the choruses. And yeah, I'm not gonna go on any longer. Next song is called Cry For Me. Just hang on, let me. Oh, I need to start like before. Do you know what I mean? Hang on. A little bit of ABBA in there. Very like cinematic. Got the strings out, full blast. They're taking over. I like this. The glimmering, glistening sparkles. Felt like I had my head stuck down a toilet for a minute then. That sound again, that sounds a little bit like laughter. Pretty. Lead me astray. Take me home, rush me up. Those keys. Spin me out the allegories, please. Oh, please. Oh, thunder and rain. Yeah, Cry for Me was good. I did definitely dissociate in a small segment of it, but when I came back into it, I was still enjoying it. I think I just started thinking about what I'm having for dinner. But and sometimes when that happens, I'm like, oh yeah, like the song isn't capturing my attention in like a strong way. And it's not to say it's bad, because when I did come back into like focus again, I was like, no, this is good. It just didn't have as many like moving, interesting parts of some of it. Once I'd heard like the piano bits and some of the drums, which is cool, I like was like, yeah, okay, I got the overall vibe. It's very like distorted and has like a very, you know, just long feeling to it that's like just pedaling along sort of thing. It's cool, I actually like it, but nothing extreme there for me to like latch onto. But however, let's have a little look at the lyrics. Yeah, because I feel like at the start I actually was enjoying it a little bit more. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, and then it... It's actually really fucking good all the way through. I just think I just got a little lost for a moment. You know, I just associated just for a small mini little moment. But I did get back into it again. I like the song. I think it's actually really good. I don't know what I'm going on about. I was thinking, hang on, was I not liking it? That's why I dissociated. But no, I don't think it's as cut and dry as that, to be honest. I think I was just hungry. But yeah, no, I really like that. Let's do it. Because I remembered the Cry for Me. And like as I was reading it then, I was like, oh yeah. Okay, I just think I'm tired and hungry. That is all it is. Also, we are at the 2 hour and 22 minute mark on this recording, which is crazy because obviously there's the 22 minute thing running throughout this. Then I looked up and it was like 2 hour 22 minutes. It's the first time I actually like looked at the time in ages. Anyway, brain. I promise you, my brain is starting to get a little bit over the top now because I'm hungry, tired, and feeling a bit loopy. So yeah, right, let's just try and focus. Think of you from a road that has no bends, bound to get lost, but the dogs don't stand a chance. I'll take all your thanks and your sympathies. Cry for me, cry for me. Plenty of time here to nurture consequence. If you don't hear back, then God had other plans. I leave all my dregs to all my progeny. Sorry, cry for me, cry for me. Okay. Fate, lead me astray, take me whole and wash me away. All along there was a story, spare me all the allegories, please, oh please. Share a little kiss and that's forever. Think of love when you remember me. I'm standing right over here. Feels like she actually is dying in this one, or could possibly be dying. I don't know. I did it all for you. Huh. Right, let's have a look. When asked in Vulture interview about Cry for Me, singer Mica remarks that it is one of those songs written from the perspective of this character who's a villain and is on a journey of wanting absolution. Okay, an expression that aligns with the song's rather forlorn reflections on absolution and forgiveness. Okay, Matthew notes that a portion of the song is inspired from multiple places such as Genesis and ABBA. ABBA's Dancing Queen, but I was doing voulez-vous, aha, which is interesting. Dancing Queen has the best feeling of all time, and I just wanted to figure out a way to capture a bit of that. I don't know if I was successful, but that's basically where the second section originated from. Oh, the second section. Oh, especially with the piano moments. Like in ABBA. Okay, that's really cool. I'm really glad I mentioned ABBA then. Okay, I'm not even going to try and understand the part of the story. Okay, I'm not doing it. I'm going on to Angel on a Satellite. Let's go. I like that.
1,000 eyes turn to stone and monochrome. They turn to smile at the same time. That's why I don't look up. Damn man, play that thing. Makes me think of summer winds. I swear that through your eyes, everything is brighter all the time. Damn man, play that thing. Keep on pulling at my strings. I never wanna stop. So shout it from the mountaintops. You always see the sky. Angel on a satellite.
Ooh. like how her singing was doing what the piano is doing, going up the scale and down the scale as well in an earlier portion. Oh, the skipping. I'm gonna let it do it. The Ballad of Matt and Mica, and those are the couple that are Magdalena Bay, right? Well, yeah.
Long way into nowhere. Most days are for nothing. I keep kicking the stone. Fly high over Celis, past Paragon. That's why I'm the greatest. I keep
Not the tempo I was expecting, but I love.
open heart, all cliche. Two kids in a new town, baby. Bang bang and a happy ending down the line.
Hey.
Through my vein. Oh, isn't my heart, isn't my name? Like love and a song to carry, killing time every day. Not ordinary, not ordinary.
I love the tension of that. You know? Because everything else has kind of a relaxed feel in a weird way. You know, it feels very like happy and celebratory. Just like the end of Mercurial World.
Not ordinary, not ordinary. Like love and a song to carry, killing time every day. Bang bang, never ending. Not ordinary.
Not ordinary, is she saying? That's interesting. The bass, the drums, so gorgeous.
Not ordinary.
Is it going to loop into the first song? I don't know if I've got it on repeat song or repeat album. Oh, it doesn't actually loop into the next song. Into the first song, sorry. You know, because, you know, Mercurial World did. I wondered if they wanted to do that same thing again, but I guess they might have been like, oh, we can't do it again. But it felt like the last song had a similar sort of celebratory, like, release sort of feeling as the Mercurial World end song did as well. But yeah, let's have a look at Angel on a Satellite, and then we'll look at the Ballad of Matt and Mica. And then that's it, that's done. Okay, Angel on a Satellite. Thousand eyes turned to stone in monochrome. Ooh, I like that. Surprise, surprise, they turn to smile at the same time. Ooh, don't know if I like that. Sounds quite creepy, actually. That's why I don't look up. That's why I'm always dancing. Oh, she's like, but I don't look at that. I just dance and I don't pay attention. Damn, man, play that thing. Makes me think of summer winds and places that I know. Just the ones I love to go. I swear that through your eyes, everything is brighter all the time. Everything is turning off and damn, man, play that thing. It's like, yeah, she's looking into her lover's eyes and it's like, oh, it's bright here, it's beautiful here, no monochrome or greys or darkness or fake creepy smiles. I never want to stop, so shout it from the mountaintops. You always see the sky, angel on a satellite. Yeah, and then it pretty much goes on to say the same thing. Avoiding the power of the angel, she falls into submission from its power. Huh? What? Okay, avoiding the power of the angel, because I know she said something about an angel before, I don't really know. She falls into submission from its power. What? Like, what? I might actually have to see, even though I'm absolutely so fucking exhausted at this point, I actually feel like I've gone into like that You know that weird bit where you're so tired that you start being weird and everything's weird? That's how I feel. I don't know. Anyway, let's just move on to the next song, and then I might actually try and look into see if there's anything written properly about the whole album, you know, that would be cool. So last song, Long Way Into Nowhere, 2 years from home, most days are for nothing, I keep kicking the stone. Okay, Long Way Into Nowhere is a really cool line though. 2 years from home, so I suppose they are literally out in space. Says fly high, overzealous, past paragon, that's why I'm the greatest, I keep shining the stone. Open heart, old cliche, 2 kids in a new town, baby. Is it my turn? Small time fame, bang bang and a happy ending. Down the line, through my veins, not ordinary. Not ordinary, yeah, she does say not ordinary, like in the first one it was. But yeah, they're 2 kids in a new town. Is it my turn? Small time fame, bang bang and a happy ending. Hang on, let me click that. A lot of this album talks about themes of killing off the old you to make way for this new idealized self that is better in every way. This line can be interpreted as you have killed off the part of you in honour of the happy ending. Was it worth it? Not ordinary. This comes full circle once again to the first song, She Looked Like Me, where Mica almost talks about a desire for an ordinary, simple kind of love and life. In that song, she states the word ordinary many times, and that word is sung in the same melody and flow in this song as well. I felt like it was the same melody, because when I started singing Not Ordinary, I did it like at the end, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I did that exact melody in the first song, and I did. Similar to the exact melody anyway, as in what I did, not what they did. They did the exact melody. I don't need to explain the obvious, sorry. I am brain rot. I am actually the embodiment of brain rot right now. Oh my God, my brain. Okay. I know I could always do like these albums in 2 parts and whatever. I know. But I'm like a trooper. And I just always like try and push through. Down the line, through my veins, not ordinary. Okay. Well, anyway, it sounds like positive to me. It sounds like she's saying, because in the first song, it felt like that's what she was destined to be, right? This is just from my vision, right? I thought that's what she was saying she was destined to be, like kids in a small town and whatever, that's her destiny, but she was thinking there was something more. But as it comes full circle back to this, it's almost like she's comfortable with that idea now. She doesn't mind it. And actually it's not ordinary because she's not an ordinary person. She's realised there's so much more to her. Like she's found herself. Something like that. Something like that. Anyway, let's actually try and find like if there's something written about it properly before I sign off completely and do this. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm also really hungry though, so eat first. It's hard to explain, but like these videos. Okay, so this is just from someone on Reddit who has said this whole thing, the storyline. I'm just gonna read this one and it's quite long. I don't know if I've got the brain for it, actually. You know what? No, I'm going to go back to the original thing of what I said already. Like, I'll wait for you to tell me what you think the storyline is. If you want to. If you don't want to, don't worry. I'll just look it up. But if you would like to give me the rundown, maybe it'll, you know, this will be on Patreon first, so a Patreon might beat you to it if you're watching on YouTube. You know, I feel like everyone's going to have their own interpretations, but I'm not doing it right now because I actually don't think I have. I actually think it's unhealthy for me to try and do that right now because my brain is saying, no thanks, no, you're gonna stop. So yeah, that was great. I loved it. I can't wait to know like more of the storyline and what your interpretations are as well. I feel like I did a good job of understanding small layers of it and also having my own sort of like opinions and whatever. It was actually fun to do it like that and not to read what it's about beforehand. I don't know, maybe it would have been fun to do it that way too. It's hard to tell really, but I loved all the music, loved the vibe. Actually so fantastic. So glad that I got to hear another Magdalena Bay album. And I didn't even listen to Mercurial World that long ago either. So yeah, now I got 2 to listen to, which is amazing. Anyway, do become a patron if you can. And like, comment, subscribe, share the video, become a TikTok follower and an Instagram one too. That's not how I say it. Oh my God, I'm going crazy. Anyway, I shall see you next. I almost forgot my fucking outro then. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and I shall see you next time. Bye.